Hi, Sriram.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, how
Good
are
evening.
you? Yeah,
Good, I'm doing fine. How are you?
yeah, I'm good. Thank you. So this is a practice exercise of inheritance. Okay, so we saw inheritance, the concept of inheritance in the last class, uh, and we have seen this that there is a parent class and a child class. This also the parent class sometimes also called base class. Okay, and the child class is the inherited class or the derived class. Okay, they go by this terminology as well. Uh, so here is a practice exercise where we are going to have a parent class, the base class called vehicle. Okay, and vehicle will have a constructor and there is a accelerate method. Okay, so this method, however, is not having any code. Okay, we just got it as a method name, but it's just an empty method. Okay, uh, and in the derived class, we're going to, or in the inherited class, we have this child class called bus, which inherits vehicle. Okay, the parent class, and the child class is going to have the code for accelerate. Okay. Now what accelerate does is it increases the speed of the bus. Okay. So any vehicle, we have a default template uh, method which is not coded, but just the definition of the method is there. And of course, this vehicle class is having three properties: name, manufacturer, and speed, which we are setting in the constructor. Okay, so this is our default constructor, which is init. Then we have this accelerate method, which doesn't have any code, or we are going to use that same method name in the child class. Okay, so in this derived class, we have accelerate, but however, in this case, we have got the method coded where the speed, which is this particular property, is increased by 10. Okay, speed is speed plus 10. And so that will, every time we call the accelerate method, it will increase the speed by 10. Okay. However, in this accelerate method, we have coded to check if the speed is equal to 60. Okay. The speed, there is a message which is that speed cannot be more than 60. So every time the accelerate method is called, it is going to increment speed by 10. Okay, so if speed is starting with 10, okay, the first value would be 10. So then the speed now, okay, this condition is going to check and print out the speed. Okay, it's going to print out the speed. Speed is now 10. Okay, and the next time accelerate method is called, it will take the value speed increment by another 10. So keep incrementing the speed. It's like the the bus class is going to accelerate the speed of the bus by 10, 20, 30, 40, like that. And when it comes to like 60, it cannot go beyond 60. Okay, it will just print that particular accelerate method and it will govern the speed. Okay. Uh, so how we are going to do that is we're going to use an object of the child class. Child class is bus. We have Volvo Express is equal to bus, and specific data is Volvo Vajra. Vajra is the name of the bus, and manufacturer is Volvo. Initialize the speed as 10. And the next time I call Volvo Express dot accelerate, okay, it's going to increment the speed. Okay, so um, that's the exercise. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So in this code, watch what happens. I'm creating the base class or the parent class and the child class. Uh, so I have two child classes, bus and truck, although we are not doing anything about the truck class. Okay. And we're initializing the object. All of that in one step or one code cell. It's connecting. Okay, so we have created the base class or parent class, and then we created the child classes bus and truck by passing the parent class name here into the child class. This is the uh, child class being created with inheritance. Then we initialize the object Volvo Express is equal to bus and specific data. So now the object is created. If I run Volvo Express, okay. The first time I called the Volvo Express dot accelerate, it's going to increment from 0. Speed is equal to speed self dot speed plus equal to 10, and then it'll come to this condition. Speed is not 60. Okay, so else it'll print the speed. Okay, the speed is now speed is 10. Okay, so that's how the speed is now 10. Now the bus is accelerating. Okay, the speed is now 20. Okay, another time speed is now 30. Speed is now 40. Speed is now 50. Okay. Okay, when the speed reaches 60, we get this message, speed cannot be more than 60. So that's the uh, child class method checking for speed, and it is regulating the speed governor is it's sort of code for the speed governor of the bus. Okay, so that's the example for inheritance. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share this code through the chat. Okay. Um, yeah, in your collab, first this code is creating the parent class. Parent class name is vehicle. Just let me know when you created this. First, we create the code for the constructor inside 4-character spaces def init within brackets self and then name manufacturer speed. And then here the other method is def accelerate self, and you can just put a statement called pass. Okay. Now what this pass does is it does nothing. Okay. It's just like the function, the method signature is there, and there is no code. Okay. See, in object-oriented programming, when the parent class has a method with no code, we just call it as abstract class. Okay, you will hear this term called abstract class in object-oriented programming. In other languages like C++, and Java and all that. So abstract class means the method in the parent class is not coded, but just the definition of the method will be there. Okay. However, that method will get coded in the derived class or in the child class. Okay. So here we are creating the child class. The child class has its own constructor. Okay. And the abstract class name, the abstract function there in the child class is coded. Okay. So def accelerate, we start defining what accelerate is in the bus class. Okay. So and then so this way of defining the functionality in the child class, in the derived class, uh, with the same method name. Okay, I have taken that abstract class of the parent and I have now defined the functionality, like when the speed is like 60, message like this, and else the speed is just printed out as what the current speed is. Okay, we incrementing speed and all that. This method in the child class is having the same name, but its functionality is coded in the child class, right? Same name as the parent class method. So this is the example of overriding, okay? Method overriding. This is called method overriding, where the name of the method in the child class or the derived class is the same name, but its functionality is new. Okay, so the parent class is abstract, has abstract method called accelerate, whereas in the child class we have overridden the parent class method. This is called method overriding. Okay. So you created the child class, and this truck method is just another class. We are not overriding anything here. It's just the, or you can put it in separate cells or the same cell. That's okay. Okay. And now finally creating an object for the bus class. The object is Volvo Express. And finally, we are calling the method accelerate for Volvo Express. You can put it in another cell and run that method, run Volvo Express dot accelerate separately. It will increment the speed. Is this clear?
I'm getting an error.
Can you show me the screen? I would stop sharing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What has happened is in the process of picking the code, class bus was first created as the child class, But this def init, no, the second one is having a constructor. Okay, so yeah. So it is while picking up the lines of code, this is another class called truck class. I think while copying, I might have put it. Let me just, this line was probably missed. Okay, so no problem. Just I'm pasting the code once again. Yeah, pardon me. So that's in the chat where it is at line 24. You can paste once again. It's class truck vehicle. Okay, so that line is missed. Indent it, you can move it. The class, yeah. Like in line 12, the class should start from the beginning of the line. Yeah. Class truck would start from line 24. No, it's the other way. Line 12 was correct. Line 24, the class keyword. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is just an example to demonstrate the derived class or the child class, which is the object. What do I express? Fine. Okay, so this case the speed went further. When it returns the value, you can give a break, something like that. Okay, so here break. Okay, okay, we can look at it later. But this is a method to just override the parent class. Okay, so it just moves speed is still incrementing. So we'll not bother about it. Okay. Okay, so we'll wrap it up here. Have a good day. Yeah. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you so much.
Take
You
care.
too.
Yeah, take care. Bye.